Alright, let's jump right into this. I'm not sure how short of a stream this is going to wind up being. The plan is like about an hour, but it could wind up being easily more or less, depending on how things actually go. Where was I? I think I was supposed to be going in here and buying something with the money I grinded it for at the end of the last stream. And then I don't actually know how the mechanics on anything work coming up, so this is, I guess, going to be some kind of learning experience, most likely. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to learn. Huh, okay, so I'm supposed to buy other stuff as well. And that stuff's very expensive, so I guess it's a good thing I got some extra money. I don't know what I want here. I guess I'll just buy some of everything, and all that money I grinded for at the end of last stream's already gone. But it didn't take that long, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. And hey, Boone. Hang on a second. Okay, just making sure if things were working properly. Looks like they are. Yes, it was really expensive. Alright, well, whatever. Wait, maybe I should get a refresher on what I'm supposed to do with this stuff. Nope, he doesn't answer questions anymore now that he's become a shop. I'm on my own now. Thing is okay. It's a thing. I don't know what I'm doing. But I guess I'll have to try to find out. Because that's video games for you, sometimes. At least video games that aren't entirely clear on what you're doing. Some of them are. But this one is not at the moment. And in general. So I think I'm supposed to get into fights here. That's all I have any idea about. After that, I got no clue. And this doesn't seem to have anything I'm looking for anyway, so I guess that's not a bad thing. Fights that don't actually make progress right now, because I will be able to get some of the money I lost back. That'll be okay. I don't think a limit break is really necessary in this fight, but I don't think there's an option to save it for somewhere else. I think you pretty much just have to use it when it comes up. Oh, maybe I should have stayed at that inn back there. I think I'll do one more fight and then I'll stay there. That should recover everything I've spent, because I haven't really been recovering properly since I started traveling. I've just been using like cure magic and MP is running low. Yeah, this doesn't have anything useful either. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Oh yeah, I think I'm supposed to equip the thing that I bought, not just have it. That would explain it. I think they mentioned that before, but not today, so it's understandable to forget. Alright, let's go to the inn and then equip the thing and do what I'm actually supposed to be doing. Don't know how much this is going to cost, but 1,000 should cover it. 100? Yeah, that's a lot for an inn, but it's still worth it. Considering I don't exactly have a lot of options over here. Alright, now let's equip the thing. However I do that. Does anybody have any open spaces? Doesn't look like it. Oh, but I could equip this, which has more space. Yeah, let's do that. There. You're set. Nobody needs lungs. People have lungs. Why would they need more? Okay, so I will save here, but I don't think it's really all that necessary. The odds of getting a game over are low enough, I guess, but still wouldn't want to do it again. You can have it when you need it, and no sooner than that. Guessing by the different music that this did it. Okay. Now, what I'm actually supposed to do here, I have very little idea. That's not good. I think. Let me just... I think it just escaped. Well, that failed miserably. Better luck next time. On the bright side, I do still get money, so I can sort of pay off the items that I'm wasting in the process. Yeah, it can run off while I'm going through the item list. That's a little bit annoying. I guess I have to scroll through my items faster. Or organize them somehow. I wonder if that's an option. I can't say I've ever had a need to organize my inventory yet, but here it's clearly relevant. So it better be an option. Okay, item. Can arrange by throw. What do I want to organize them by? Customize, okay, yeah, customize is probably what I want. Move these to the top, I guess. I don't know which of these are better. I guess they don't really describe which are better. Like, I just have several different kinds and I have no idea which one of them is supposed to be the better ones. I guess I'll just do whatever and hope for the best. It's a learning experience. Okay. This should get rid of everything else, but... Okay, so that's how you do it. You just have to defeat all the enemies while it's around. You don't have to do anything after that. Good. Where I was meant to go after this, I don't actually know. I think it was just east. That was all the information I remember. Well, I'm lost. Yeah, I don't actually have any ideas on which direction I was supposed to be going in. I guess we'll wander and hope for the best. Maybe it was supposed to be this way. Okay. That's something. Okay, how do I run? Okay. Yeah, let's think about that. I believe I'm not supposed to fight, but I don't know how to actually run. Okay, I guess it's like that. Let's try that again from scratch and not make the same mistake next time. I'm gonna have to catch another one, but it'll be worth it to live. Living is the general plan right now. First, I'm gonna buy more of those. I'll just buy the cheapest one. I don't really know what the difference is. I assume the more expensive ones last longer, but I can just throw a couple of the cheap ones. And it seems to work. So yeah, it seems to me like what I ought to do is not run into the giant enemy that's in that place. Because that causes a fight with an enemy that kills us in basically one hit each. I wasn't prepared. Yeah, it says I'm supposed to go to the marshes, so I'm assuming that's where I was, basically. And the thing that lives there attacked me. And it wasn't great, but could have been worse. Alright, I'm gonna save here, and I'll probably save again once I catch one. Alright, there's not one here. The music is different when there is one. Surprised at how little damage that did. I don't know, I guess this thing's not taking as much damage as I would expect it to at this point. Ah, whatever, it'll go down soon anyway. Okay. Oh crap, the item isn't gonna be at the top of the menu now, is it? Okay, it is. It's still there. Never mind. It's fine. It should work. It worked last time. There we go. This is an interesting mechanic, I suppose. Can be kind of tedious. Or at least I'm assuming it could be when you... Oh, you can't save after you catch one. Well, that makes things a lot more annoying. Never mind. Okay, that's where I was supposed to be going. So I don't think I need one anymore. It's definitely a possibility. Sephiroth can do anything if he really wants to. But that doesn't matter to us right now. Much. Okay. Wait, what? Is that not where I was supposed to be going? Apparently that wasn't where I was supposed to be going. It looked like it was, but... That's the only place to go over there. Is that really all I had to go over there for? What was the point of this? I don't get it. Alright, you can change camera angles. I don't get what the point of that was. Is that information supposed to help me somehow? Whether it was or not, I still have absolutely no idea where to go after that. I guess I'm done with this. And then I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with that information and where I'm supposed to go with it. Definitely not here, because he just repeats the same dialogue he already had. Explaining where to go is definitely not one of this game's strong points. Yeah, I have literally no clue where I'm supposed to go at this point. The game has not given me any hint on what I'm supposed to do after that. Wait, that's... There's a place I can go... Wait, maybe I don't know. I'll go back down there. Try to catch another one of these things and go back down there, because it's showing that there's somewhere I can go there, but it wasn't letting me go back there last time. It wasn't letting me go back in there after I maybe accidentally exited? I don't even know. Like, is there another side to that? The game could really be clearer about a lot of basic things like that. It just isn't. I guess catching chocobos isn't that difficult, so having to do it a third time shouldn't be that big of a problem. I hope. Well, apparently they're just letting it run away, so I guess it will be a problem. Why are you throwing it now? The thing's been gone for like 5 minutes. Well, more like 5 seconds, but still. That's a long time. I guess I have to throw the item as my first action, or it won't really work. I have to throw it as my first action, and I have to take the first action as soon as possible. It's a pain, to say the least. Okay, we caught another one. Now let's go back to the same place and see if I can do anything there now. It's possible that there's just some weird mechanics that stop me from going where I wanted to go at that specific point in time. Okay, no, I can't actually go. It's on the other side of a mountain, I guess. Can I get to the other side? Of course, if I can get to the other side, then that has nothing to do with the marshes at that point, so I wouldn't have really needed the chocobo to get there in that case. But I guess... No, I can't get around this way anywhere, it looks like. Well, maybe. Nope, it's a dead end. And these are all dead ends too. So it is completely fair to say that I have no idea where I'm going. Or more accurately, where I'm supposed to be going. I can tell where I'm trying to go at almost any given time, but where I'm supposed to be going is another issue entirely, and I have no clue. Try dismounting from the other side, but then that would kind of kill me because I wouldn't be able to get back. And there's nothing over there. see what I'm supposed to do. This is a bad idea, but I have no other ideas, so... What? That's really stupid. How are you supposed to know that you can't go in this spot that you can't even know it exists while riding a chocobo? Like, there's no clear indication that this place even exists, so you just have to do something really stupid to get here and just assume that it might work out, even though it makes no sense at all. It's definitely kind of annoying, but at least I figured it out within like 5 or 10 minutes. It could have been a lot worse, technically. Fire, did that just heal this thing? Okay, yeah, fire looks like it heals this thing for some reason, so let's stop using fire on it. I guess it's a fire type, with the fire healing it and it breathing flames and all. Doesn't look like it's on fire or anything, but I guess it checks out. Okay. Let's get some healing, because these things do some pretty good damage. Or pretty bad damage, depending on your perspective on life. I guess it depends on whether you like damage or not. Okay, so I want to not use fire while that thing's around. Although, in that situation, it's not a bad idea to use fire, just since it's going to hit everything else. Even if it'll heal one thing, that's not a big problem. The important thing is we need to kill everything else. And then we can deal with this once it's alone. Pretty easily with the limit break, as it turns out. Right, I saw this. And I remembered to pick it up too. So I guess that place was just for items. There's a fairly annoying rate of random battles in this dungeon so far. Okay, fire damages these things. That's good. I guess the bright side of all these... Okay, no, screw it, there's no bright side to having this many random encounters. That was like less than a second of actual movement before I got into the next battle. That's excessive. I guess because it's random, if you look at it that way. That can happen sometimes, but I feel like it should be less random in the sense that they should make it so it can't happen within a second of a fight ending. At least something like that. I don't know. Not interested. But you're gonna tell me your story anyway. Of course that would happen. You all talk too much. Exactly. It's a good point. I've already forgotten who that is. It looks like there's two paths to go. I'll take this one, I guess. I'm sure only one of them winds up leading somewhere. Could be wrong on that though. Yeah, this feels like it's the way I'm supposed to go, since it led me back here. I can now be on the world map. I should probably save. Now that I'm in a spot I can save. Those are the best places to save. Places that allow them. Places that allow it to happen, I guess. Places that don't let you save kind of suck for saving. Almost tempted to go back and see where that other path would have taken me, but we've gone too far now. Judging by that, where it told me I just saved, we're headed in the right direction. And I only moved with the chocobo for a very short time, but I can tell how much faster it was. It's probably still overall faster to not, you know, catch one and use it, but when you're on it, it's obviously faster than not being on one. I guess it kind of depends on the circumstances, how long you have to travel and how long it takes and all that. There should be a place I can go up here. Yeah. I think that's a thing. Or a place. Whether I'm allowed to go here or not is another question. North along the coast. Alright. I think that's where I'm supposed to be going. Which coast? Is it this one? There are multiple coasts. Try this one first, though. See if I can figure anything out from that. shows me this, that's where I came from, so it's not gonna be that. Let's just follow the outside of that mountain, I guess, and see where I wind up. Alright, with how long that attack took, I expected it to do more damage than that. This goes up a lot higher than I expected. Does it even make sense how high up this thing's going? I don't get it. I'm hopelessly lost again. And I just finished being hopelessly lost last time. Oh my god, the encounters every few steps really don't help matters. Like, by the time I decide where I'm going, I immediately forget by the time the combat's over. I figure there's gotta be some kind of item in this game to reduce random encounters, but what are you gonna do? I don't have it, whatever it is, assuming it exists. Which is very possible it doesn't. Okay. This is going up this way. Maybe this is an answer. No, I think I'll follow it along this way. This seems like it would be the most likely place to actually lead me somewhere. I don't know. I can't confirm, no matter what, which direction I'm actually supposed to be going in. So I just have to kind of make guesses and hope for the best. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing and hope it eventually works out. It's interesting because a lot of the times this game feels like it's trying to give directions, but it seems to give such vague directions it winds up being more harmful than helpful. Can't reach. That's not good. Is this not the same kind of enemy we were dealing with earlier? Okay, we're gonna need to heal again. Bright side, I've got a ton of money from all this wandering. Not really a ton compared to probably what things are going to wind up costing pretty soon, but a ton compared to what I had a while ago, which was enough to advance the game at the time. Okay, So I'm guessing maybe I was supposed to follow up this coast. It looks like there's a place I can be up there. Oh, okay, this enemy flies sometimes and doesn't fly other times. I just noticed that. That's why I couldn't hit him before in that last fight. I guess sometimes he'll choose to not fly. I don't know why he would ever choose to not fly if it makes him harder to fight when he's flying. But what can you do? Maybe this enemy's just not that smart. Maybe he just doesn't want to live. That's another possibility. Of course, the chances of survival are basically none either way. Okay, is this where I'm actually supposed to be going? I can't tell. This doesn't look like an answer, but maybe this is where I'm supposed to be. Judging by the cutscene, it's some kind of progress. This looks like it's just a house. And I accidentally wandered back into it immediately after leaving. And I almost did it again a second time. Alright, what do you have to say? Okay, this is a weapon shop, and I have money, so I might as well see if there's anything to upgrade. I'll take a few potions. I'm only going to use them outside of combat, but still. I'll take another tent, even though I already have two and I've never used one, just because you never know when I'm going to wind up wanting them. Some grenades, because apparently I've used them at some point, but I don't remember if they were any good. I think I used them on like a mini-boss or something. This also looks to not be a helpful place, but I can climb up this ladder to seemingly no useful end. Can't tell for sure if this is the right place or not. Is there at least an inn here somewhere? I want to continue hoarding my tents. I wasn't ready for this. I didn't agree to help. That monster seems far too intimidating, considering I haven't saved any time immediately leading up to this. Well, I guess I'll just hope it's not as bad as it looks. And the music makes it sound. A 100 some damage isn't that bad, I guess. Could be worse. I think I can manage, assuming it doesn't have like a billion health. I'm trying to believe, thanks. And yeah, not being able to see is the issue with blind playthroughs, especially at games like this. I gotten so lost so many times that basically this whole stream has been just me being lost. Never sure if I'm actually going the right way. And I'm still not sure if I'm going the right way even now. Like, the only reason I think I might be going the right way is just because I encountered this seemingly boss battle while I was looking for an inn. That's always the way it is. If you're looking for an inn, you're gonna wind up just finding a boss battle instead. Damn, I missed. Oh well. I haven't done a lot of blind playthroughs on stream as far as I can remember. I've done a few, and this is by far the worst one in terms of getting lost. Yeah, I don't know how much health this thing has. This might be bad. Wait, what? Did it just kill itself with water? Huh. I'll take it. Good, I had no idea how much health that thing had, but apparently it wasn't much. I was worried I was gonna have to start healing, like... I was probably going to start healing next turn if it didn't die right then. Yeah, I haven't played Chrono Trigger on or off stream. Well, if you know how enough to show him how, then why don't you just do it yourself? Oh, this is... I knew it. I knew there was going to be a minigame for this. Okay. Alright, apparently I did things very wrong. Maybe somebody else should be doing this. Cloud is woefully incompetent at everything he does. He can't even push buttons properly. I can't tell if there's like somewhere I'm supposed to be aiming to stop it. Doesn't really make that clear. I'm assuming there is, but where? Okay, I don't know if that's because I stopped it at a certain time, or if you just have to do that enough times for it to work. Either way, it's done. Let's hope to never do this again. Now, I'm still looking for an inn. don't think there is one. Alright. Maybe I should just... You know, I'll go outside the town just so I can save, and I won't heal just in case there's an inn somewhere, somehow. Because I'm going to remain stubborn in that being a possibility. You can't know there isn't one until I've explored literally everything. Am I allowed to rest here? Okay, good. So I guess there's not really an inn, but there is a place to rest after a certain point. Whoops. I blew it. Why would they make not resting the top option? And then they make resting the top option. Damn, they're just screwing around with me. Oh god. Something strange. That's sometimes not good, I guess. Alright, what is it? Get out of the way. I'm trying to walk here. Wait a second. Oh, right. I remember now. We just separated for no good reason. And... yeah. Now we're all here again. Oh. Okay. Climb the tower. Not taking help from a dolphin. Let's just talk to these. Alright, so I'm assuming from here I'm supposed to go to the beach thing and do things. So since this is like a fairly reasonable stopping point pacing wise, I'll probably stop here just because I don't know how long it'll be before we get to another reasonable stopping point. For all I know, there's going to be a bunch of them, but yeah, this was a really short stream, but it's about what I expected. I can really not stream for very long in these conditions, but yeah, thanks to people for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, let's jump right into this. It's been a few days since the last time I played, so... Actually, I think it might actually have been more than a few days, so I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to remember where to go, but I think this was fairly straightforward. I think I was just meant to go, like, down here or something. Like, I've been thinking with this game, maybe I should take notes, so, like... just to remind myself after every stream for next time what I was actually doing. But I think this is where I was supposed to go, so it's not a problem this time. I'm just too lazy to actually ever do that, so it might be a problem in the future. Because I don't think there's anything really in this game that reminds you of what you were just doing last time you played. Oh god, this is probably gonna be some dumb mini game. This game's had a lot of those. They're all pretty awful. Where am I meant to be going with this? I have no idea. Apparently, whatever happened, it got cancelled. So don't go near the bottom of the tower. Okay. I thought maybe that was where I was supposed to go, because it doesn't seem like I'm getting up here at all. Just from the depth perception I'm getting of this, it doesn't seem like he jumps high enough to get onto that pole thing. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to be going to. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's even coming close. Oh, I guess that is what I was supposed to be doing. A few more failed attempts and I was going to view the explanation again and see if I could have gathered anything more from it. But I guess that is what I was supposed to be doing. Just didn't look like he could have jumped high enough, but I guess he can. Alright. Do I go this way? I think I do. Let's just ignore that thing, because I can go this way. And if I can go this way, that's probably what I'm supposed to be doing. I didn't know that was a button, I thought it was like a treasure chest or something. But I guess that's what I was meant to be doing. This works. Alright. I'm getting in the room. Damn, he really looks different in that. Oh god. This sounds awful. I didn't follow any of that. Hang on, I actually forgot something. I'll be right back. Yeah, I left that water bottle in the freezer for way too long again. It's definitely far too frozen for human consumption, but by the end of stream it should be okay. Hopefully a little bit before then. Alright, what kind of punishment is there gonna be for failing this? Whatever it is. Because I cannot follow the instructions this game gives at all for anything. All of the mini games are just utterly baffling to me. Unless it would be a surprise if this didn't turn out to be one. It would be a very welcome surprise though. Because I don't like these. Like, I haven't seen one in this game that I actually enjoyed. They're just all awful. I'm supposed to talk to these guys, I guess. Yeah, I can go this way. Which doesn't seem like a way to go at all, but I guess it is. What? Okay. Okay, which button am I supposed to press to go? It's not really specifying that. Oh, I'm not supposed to press a button, I'm supposed to actually run. Huh. That took me by surprise. I thought it would just be a button for this. Apparently it's not working out so well. It looks easy, but they definitely make it more difficult than it needs to be. Like, why does he call me back there? Come on. I'm almost there. Okay, that counts? That shouldn't count, but it does, okay. This is fine. As long as I'm progressing, it doesn't matter what happens. Okay. Yeah, I heard you the first time. You gonna say anything else? Those are both bad things to say. Why would I want to say either of those? Oh god. Was I supposed to remember any of that? Whoops. Okay, good, I don't have to remember that. Oh, maybe I do? Well, I'm not remembering it, I don't care. It's fine. I mean, it's not actually that hard to remember, so maybe I'll be able to do it. We'll just see, I guess. I'm just assuming I'm supposed to follow them. Oh, well, I lost them. Do I go this way? Okay. No, I guess. So let's try the other way. And there's a couple ways to go from here. I don't know which is which. Okay. So, not that way. How about this way? Okay. At least he gave me directions, because I'm very lost. Alright. I caught up with them. Temporarily. At least. Let's see if we're still joined up. I guess, kind of. Oh, okay, so we're not memorizing the order. I guess we just have to read. I thought it was going to be the same order we did in practice. That would make sense. But nobody ever said this game made sense. Whoops. Nobody noticed that. Alright, that was okay enough, I guess. Works for me. Yeah, good luck with that. Why am I facing this way? Okay, I think I have to go that way. No. Yes, okay. No. Maybe. Okay, this way. Good. The game is making me go the right way. Good. Because otherwise I'd be constantly lost, rather than just lost about 90% of the time. Yeah, okay. I thought that cutscene was gonna be long enough for me to get a drink of water without being conspicuous about it. But it wasn't. Sure. Get to work. I don't know what my job is. That might be a problem. Sure, let's buy some potions just because I'm bored. As good a reason as any. Just because he sells them. And I don't really know where I'm supposed to be going. Or why. I guess there's a save point up here, so let's take advantage of that. What are you doing? Oh. That still doesn't make sense. Okay, we'll just go with it. Can I not get past here? I guess not. There's a place I can go over there, but I can't go there because he's blocking it. So, let's go back this way, I guess. If I can find the entrance. Now let's check the other staircase. Nope, I can't go up that. Alright, that means I'm definitely out of ideas then. Well, if I know him, he's gotta be doing something stupid. There's no way he could possibly not be. Yeah, I have no idea where I'm going. Seems like the only place I can really go is this way, but... Okay, the guy that was blocking it just isn't here now. There's no actual reason for that to be the case, but apparently it is. Only one suspicious character? Alright then. It would make some sense. I forget who I usually bring with me. How do I... Okay, I don't know. It didn't seem to let me do that last time. Let me just make sure everybody's properly equipped, because sometimes it unequips them for reasons I'm not exactly clear on. Yeah, okay. Looks fine. Non-human character. That narrows things down. It's on the upper level, I guess. Well, that doesn't answer my question. Just vanished. This is a better answer to the question, though. I guess Sephiroth can appear out of the floor. Maybe I should have saved again, but it's not that long since the last time I saved. What the hell is this? This is new boss music, I guess. That's something. Okay, he can attack. It's a problem. I was hoping he wouldn't be able to attack. Since he can attack, it makes things so much more difficult. Tifa's also still completely unable to do anything. Which is a problem as well. Okay, this thing has way too much health. That's like a quarter of his health down. guess this is just... we just have to grind his health down and hope for the best. I don't have much of a better strategy than that. Maybe I should see if any magic does more damage to him than other kinds of magic. Instead of just using the same kinds of magic, but I feel like Sense would have told me that if it was the case. Let's try it anyway though. Yeah, Ice doesn't do extra damage. I think I've already used Bolt with Cloud, so that's not gonna help. Yeah, it seems like all magic does about the same. Cure magic doesn't cure stop, does it? I guess I'll just try it out. Just in case it does. Probably doesn't. Although at this point it's worth curing anyway. Because of that damage. Yeah, he just coincidentally was able to move right before. That had nothing to do with that cure. I have no idea how much more health this thing has. If I had to guess, I'd say we're probably like halfway done now. But I don't think I can waste a turn to find out. That'll make it that much harder. I don't have any items that could possibly heal stop, do I? No. Let's throw a grenade instead then. Yeah, that doesn't really help much. Does a little bit more damage than the magic. But it's not really worth scrolling through my inventory to use it. Okay, I was probably more than half done when I thought I was half done. Guess that thing wasn't as bad as I thought. I don't think I actually had to use any items for it. I mean, I did use a grenade, but I definitely didn't have to. Winnie died. Seems like everybody's pretty much dead anyway. Equip those, I guess. Not sure how good they are. But I guess that's why we test them out. Sometime. And slash is that? I don't know what that is. Let's check items, I guess. It's a long-range weapon. Huh. I don't know what spirit does, so you can have it. Sure, we'll go with that. I'm not going along with that. It's nice of him to not care. I guess this is a cutscene I can't interact with in any way. Couldn't really tell what was going on. Seems like a useful skill. Alright, in control again. Guess I should be kind of grateful for the cutscenes, just because they're the only clue that I'm really going in the direction of progress. that I can tell. I wasn't paying any attention to any of that. I mean, I sort of read it, but... Okay. We're back on the world map. Where to go from here is anybody's guess. Guess I'll go up this way first, just to make sure there's nothing over this way. Oh, I should go find an inn. That should be my first priority. Oh, can you only use those once? And if that's the case, I probably shouldn't. Maybe it's once per battle. If it was once per battle, then that'd be fine, but I'm not sure which it is. So I'm just probably gonna save it until there's a boss or something. Which, since we just fought a boss, might not be for a while. I might as well check this way. Yeah, I expected it to be a dead end because it didn't seem like there was anything in that direction. But yeah, now I should go back to an inn. Oh god. That's a lot of them. Let's try hitting all of them. They're not very strong, but they sure can multiply. I think if you just attack the big one, it might destroy all the small ones as well when it dies. In which case that should probably be the priority when fighting those things. Okay. It's gotta be an inn somewhere. Surfing. Okay. The inn's probably the building that says inn. Just in case. I don't seem to have anything to cure stop. That's one thing that I really would want to cure if it happens, but I guess I just have to roll with it. $200 gil is pretty expensive as far as inns have gone so far, but I guess the price of them just keeps going up, and that makes sense considering the amount of money you get from basic enemies goes up throughout the game as well. That's inflation for you. Let's get out of here again. Then I'll save, since you can do that on the world map. And then we'll explore and try to find which way I'm actually supposed to be going here. Just wander along the coasts. As much as I can, anyway. Apparently that is as much as I can. It ends there. What I'll do, I'll try summoning this and just see if it's once per battle or not. If it's once per battle, then I won't really worry about it, but if it's just once ever, then I'll reload. Since I just saved. Of course, I'll have to do all this walking again, but what can you do? Okay, it's like once per battle. I'm fine with that. Takes a lot of MP, so it makes sense. Okay, those things don't react that poorly to whatever I just hit them with. By which I mean they have a good tolerance to it. Yeah, I guess that's the way of actually properly describing it. I should probably sell a bunch of items. I mean, I don't think in combat it really tells you what the items do. Like, it tells you in the menu what they do, but if you're going over them in combat, it just doesn't. So I never actually use them. Oh, it's a weapon. There we go. I think that works. I think I'm starting to understand a little bit of how materia works. Let's save again. I think I'm supposed to go left here, but I'm gonna explore the whole area to the right just to be safe. Just have to make sure. Oh, I can't target the one in the back yet. I don't know what that just said. I skipped through these too fast. Yeah, there's nothing to the right. Just checking. Well, that interrupted that nice music that played for a few seconds. That's rude. I feel like I should unequip that poison thing because I never use it anyway. Like, ever. I think I tried it before and it just never worked on any of the enemies I tried it on. And I haven't tried it since. So having something equipped that I'm never going to use doesn't seem like the best use of that spot. Oh, it's not actually equipped. I guess I just have the ability to do that. Oh no, it's part of the heal magic. Wait, what? Oh, does that cure poison? I'm confused. Huh, maybe that's supposed to cure poison. Either way, I don't need it. Maybe that's why it didn't work when I used it on enemies. I don't think Bolt works on these. So using it might not have been my best option, but I guess I need to confirm that that's actually true. I didn't actually see whether that was true or not. This music again. It's been a while. Not that long, I guess, but still, a little while. That didn't last long. I didn't press that button twice. I guess I'm having a controller error that caused that to happen. I had to cure Cloud in the first place, but I guess it's not really a big deal. down he goes. And I guess that's a kamikaze attack or something, because I gained nothing. I gained nothing from that battle, and he died. Good. I want to not fight those next time. Does this go anywhere? Damn, that spiky hell attack does a lot of damage. And those things can attack a lot. Right, that thing's immune to fire damage, so that was quite unnecessary. Not beneficial to us at all. Oh, I guess he gained the ability to do this. Let's try it out. Oh, that works on us. I don't know what that does, but maybe I can check in a menu what the limit breaks actually do. That would be nice. Status. No. Limit. Oh, yeah, limit would be it. Wait, it's another level. Check. Okay, that paralyzes. I have no idea how to get to level 2. This casts haste and raises defense percentage. Defos are both just attacks. Okay, I can't go this way, so I kind of figured because there was no arrow there, but I'm not sure what this area was about. Why it existed. Maybe it's gonna be relevant later. Yeah, I don't know how you would get to anything other than limit level 1. Maybe I should look that up sometime. I think I'll probably end off at the next save point. Oh, there's a place I can go at the end of that track. So I might have to go back there. It would suck, but might be the case. Looks like that thing does a set 200 damage no matter what. So, she kinda can't get hit by it again here. And then it has that other attack which does like nothing. And that attack which seemed to actually do nothing. This seems... yeah, this is a dead end. So I gotta go down that track. It's the only way I haven't gone yet. God, there are too many random encounters here. And with these things again, too, is really bad. Skip these animations now, okay. I guess that's one downside to using summons. Just the length it takes for them to activate. Alright, so we can go this way and hopefully this is the direction of progress. Because none of the other ways were the direction of progress. And it was disappointing. If I get to a save point, I might have to actually use a tent for the first time ever, just because of how much MP I'm using up. Hey, a save point. I didn't expect one to be here this soon. Yeah, let's use a tent here. Then I will save the game. The stream, I guess, wound up under an hour by just like a little tiny bit. Like, I like to go for minimums of an hour, but if I go to the next save point, it's probably going to go well over an hour. And, I mean, I don't mind going well over an hour, but this game right now is not being all that enticing to play with dead chat, so I'm just going to end off for now. Thanks to anybody for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Alright, looks like stream is completely set, so I guess I'll get right into this. Pretty sure I was going this way. That's the one thing I'm fairly sure about. Okay. What? I have to say I have very little idea of what I was actually meant to do for any of that, but that's nothing new to this game. Same with that. I mean, I don't get it. I'm just gonna not even put any effort into thinking about what could possibly be going wrong because it just doesn't make sense. What did that just say? I should have read it, but... okay, yeah, transform. That's what that's almost what I thought it said. Oh, these things are weak, I guess. Okay, maybe it's just a preemptive attack made attack stronger for a bit. That could also be it. but I think they were weak even with that factored in. Well, now I want to check out the bottom path, even though it's probably not anything important or worth checking out. Let's do that first, just because. Hang on a second, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch connections here because it just randomly started dropping like nearly 100% of frames, but then again, other things don't look like they'll be any better. I have to try though. Okay, it should be live again, and it looks like it's sort of working, so let's play some more, I guess, even though the connection doesn't look that stable. It's better than it was. Oh, never mind, it's gone completely bad again. It's kind of being inconsistent and fluctuating. I guess best thing I can do is probably just ignore it and hope it goes away. This goes between like being fine and then dropping all the frames, but overall, since reconnecting, it's dropped like 20%, which is obviously way more than is acceptable, so maybe I'll just try switching back and hope that does something after this fight. Assuming it doesn't solve itself in the meantime. Looks okay right now. That could, yeah, and it did go bad as soon as I said that. I'll switch back, and if there's a problem with the new one, then or the one I was using before, I guess there's just nothing I can do, and I'll just live with it. So I'll be back in a second again. Alright, should be live again and it looks okay, but even if it doesn't, I have to keep going with it. Just not really a way around that. If it doesn't work now, it's not going to. Alright, what did I just do? And why do I have to put the bridge down? Can't can't they do it? I guess that's one way that sentence could go. But I guess they just don't want to. Okay, I think I'm supposed to go back. And go across the bridge. They can do a decent amount of damage when there's like 5 of them attacking. I guess that makes sense. Okay, it's a good thing that killed them. I guess they have a pretty good resistance to fire or something, because that barely did any damage. I'll have to make a note of that. And by make a note of it, I mean maybe remember it. Maybe. Probably not, though. I don't think I'll care enough. It's not like he has any other options there. Alright, well, that cure's not gonna go through. That thing's very dead. I could just use it outside of combat. I think I'll do that. Just to make sure we're okay. Made it back down this way. Good thing that running is automatic because the camera covers any chance of seeing where you're going there. I wonder how good that fire attack will be. Fire 2. It's decently effective, except on that one thing, which must be resistant to fire. So let's not burn this thing. Problem solved. Oh, I think there are 2 paths there. Well, we're going to this one if there were. Decent amount of random fights in this area. Oh god, those things. I don't remember what the good way of dealing with these was, but I remember there was a bad way. Yeah, that was the bad way. Let it kill someone and get no experience or anything for it. I don't remember the good way, but I clearly still remember the bad way to fight them. At least we had the supplies to deal with it. Maybe to kill it, I just wanted to spam magic. It's the only other possible combat strategy I can think of. Nice place we got here. There we go. I'm not sure when the arrows got turned off, but now they're on again. Collecting junk. Now that's the life. I get a feeling talking to everybody isn't much of an answer here. But I can buy stuff. Oh yeah, I didn't actually check what that does. Is it going to tell me what it does? Probably not. I think I have a vague idea of what that might do, but I have no idea what benefit that would be. Or anything like that, so we're not going to touch it. I could use 3 of these. Alright, I might as well equip this transform magic on him, because he has a spot for it. That's as good a reason as any, right? Here we go. Good question. Yeah, this place is getting kind of depressing. Maybe I should move on. But which direction is on? Is it this one? There was another place I could have went. Huh. Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering. It's a pretty bad excuse. I don't remember at all if we were meant to be going this way, but I'm guessing it is since there's an option to go this way and there's a cutscene here. I guess if I didn't want to go now, I could have just checked out the other place some more, but it doesn't matter. If this is the way that we're supposed to go to advance the game, then this is the way I want to go without question. You don't need to stall, this game is long enough anyway. There's no need for any unnecessary delays. I mean, it's kind of redundant to say there's no need for anything unnecessary, but still. There's no use for anything unnecessary, I guess is the better way of putting it. Huh. Fancy looking place. Kinda loud. It's like I'm really just trying to think now, story-wise, why we were going here. Because this seems... I don't really remember. This doesn't seem like the kind of place we'd be going to. Wow. Costs a lot to be here. Wow, I can't save my game. Damn. What kind of place is this? It's all some big scam. Probably. I'm really wondering why we're here. Okay. What is this? Why am I here? There's a few people hanging around here, even though there's nothing going on. Like, actually nothing from the looks of things. I mean, there's a few jerks here, I guess. That's pretty much it. Okay. Good for you. I don't feel like this is something I want to be doing. Can I just... Speed. What does that mean? Okay, so I guess... Oh yeah, I think I remember the basic story where we're following Sephiroth, I guess, or trying to track him down, and apparently he was here for some reason, so... I guess that would be a reason to be here. Still, though. When can we leave? Okay. I'm lost on how I'm supposed to start here. Okay, so I think all of these are like shortcuts to the other places. Try Ghost Square. This is my kind of place. I don't know how I get GB in the first place. Was I supposed to buy it somewhere? Maybe if I go back at the entrance, go back to the entrance, they'll explain it to me. Maybe I missed an explanation that was supposed to have happened. Right, well, neither of those are explanations. If it's free, then I'll take it. Good try. That's almost useful information. Alright, so he's probably somewhere blue. It's the only way to interpret that. It's quite a prediction. Okay. Well, that happened. Okay. So they don't sell it. Wonder Square Games, is that where I am? Yeah, I think I am here. Yeah, judging by that sign. I wanted to not do chocobo races, so this is the only alternative from the looks of things. Assuming it is a real alternative. Great basketball physics. One. Great. It's a good start. Okay, this is too difficult. I don't know how many I'm supposed to get. Like, what do I need to advance the story here? That's all I care about. I definitely do not care in the slightest about these attractions and whatever else this stupid place has. I just want to get past this place and never come back. This controls so badly. It's insane to think they could make any part of any video game control as badly as this garbage. Can I just fucking quit? The game doesn't even let you quit. This is ridiculous. Like, I don't want to play this anymore. It's fucking stupid. When does it end? This game goes on way too long, considering there's no option whatsoever to quit when you want to. Okay, it's over. Finally. Now what does this score mean? Two. Great. Thanks. That was useful. Get to the point. This is the only option of what I can do right now. Okay. Let's do it again, I guess. Yeah, okay. Confirm that none of the other buttons do anything. It's only this one. What the hell is this game? Okay. Okay. So, that's successful, I guess. Okay. That's great. Sure. Oh, for Christ's sake, it's not over yet. Am I supposed to be timing these somehow? Because the game definitely hasn't gone into anything about that. If so... Great job. No, thank you. I do not want to ever go through that again. So I get nothing out of that. At all. Great. Great use of my time. Okay, let's try to find something else. I don't know, it doesn't really ever... It never offered an explanation on, like, how many I would need or what I'm supposed to be doing with them. Oh, I can go this way now, I guess. Assuming I can go over this body. Or around it. Okay. That's something. Everybody's dead now. It solves most of my problems. Wonder who that could be. We don't know anybody like that. Sure would have liked to be able to save the game at some point. But apparently it costs like a ridiculous amount of fictional currency, even for this world, to save the game here. So hopefully we're almost done here and I can get out. Is he the exception? He's not dangerous. He's just misunderstood. Why is that guy following me? Who cares? The important thing is I'm actually allowed to save the game. For free here. This prison is better than the attraction. Still not sure what the attraction was supposed to be. But this prison's definitely better. Does, but it missed. Was that battling the thing that was following me, or was that just coincidence? I guess it was just coincidence. That battle occurred when I ran into him. That means we're gonna have to fight a lot of things that steal in this area, which is probably the most annoying kind of enemy there is. But what can you do? Fair points. Why is this guy following me everywhere? Why was I able to walk through that other guy? And why would I want to sleep here? I'll do it, but why would I want to? Guess to rest up for the battle that'll occur in half a step later. Who just did that? Okay, so we can get it back if we steal or kill the thing before it escapes. I guess we didn't do that last time. I did try. Here's the boss, I guess. Well then, this whole area looks like it's gonna be another pain. Can I talk to this guy now? Okay. Was it the guy I just talked to? He seemed kind of boss-like. Whatever. Oh yeah, of course there'd be another one. Is it the other guy? Seems like he might be important. These guys have awful aim. Then again, they're not actually shooting anything right now, so that's fine too. And everything was all better. It's a good enough group. Alright, if I talk to any of them, it'll prompt changes that I don't want. So let's not talk to the others. Good rules. Buy one potion. Oh wait, I want to buy a Phoenix down to replace the one that got stolen too, because we can't have less than 10. That's just not enough to live. Don't know if I can talk to the other guy there. I assume if it was important it would be easier. Empty chest. This place truly is hell. Stop stealing everything. Need that stuff to live. Well, there goes a bunch of our money. This place is awful. This enemy's constantly stealing everything from you. It's very unreasonable to actually be able to kill them all before they escape. Oh, well, looks like they're blocking the way to get back, so I can't get back to that save point. But that would also mean that the way forward must be this way. Which, this is the only place I could find, and there wasn't anything to do here. Oh, I can go back here. No, that doesn't solve anything. That doesn't solve anything at all. I already bought something. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. Doesn't look like there's any way of talking to that other guy. It's like you can't get any closer than this. And you can't really... Okay, you can face that direction, but yeah, there's no way of talking to that guy, so it feels like this isn't the place to be. Like, there's nothing useful here. But this is the only place I could find that's in this direction. So, all I can do is wander around, deal with the worst random battles ever, and hope to find a solution somehow. Through, like, sheer chance. I gotta say, next save point, I'm probably done. And I don't know when I'm coming back to this game, if ever, because I've reached about 9 hours of gameplay now, and maybe like less than 10 minutes of them were actually fun to this point. Oh, I can go this way. That, I guess, makes sense. So yeah, I didn't expect that to work, but now that we're at a save point, I guess I'll do that thing where I leave now. Yeah, 9 hours of gameplay, and I gotta say, probably less than 10 minutes of this game to this point has actually been fun. Maybe like 30 if I stretch it. Like, some of the bosses were kinda cool, some of the cutscenes are decent. But the actual game is just... it's so not good. Anyway, that's it for this stream. I'll probably continue this game eventually. I'll have to make a decision on that, but for now, goodbye. Alright, let's do this. Back with Final Fantasy VII again. This could wind up being the last stream I do of this game, though. It really... honestly, it's probably likely, because by the end of this stream I'll be up to 10 hours in gameplay at this game, and if after 10 hours of gameplay I'm still not having much fun with it, then it's a good bet that that's not going to change at any point. And this game is so much longer that it would be a huge waste of time to keep trying to finish it. I mean, this will be 10 hours and I'm still on disc 1, and there's 3 discs. I'm also already running into the problem this stream of having no idea what I'm actually supposed to be doing. This game doesn't really work well to take breaks and come back in because you run into that problem. All I remember is that the enemies in this spot were very annoying. Where I actually go is something that I might not even figure out in the entire hour of this stream because I had no idea. I'm pretty sure I remember even having no idea where I was supposed to be going, even when I ended off last time, so it's not like I just forgot. The game, I'm pretty sure, was just never actually clear what I was meant to be doing. Was I here? Yeah, I think this is where I came from. I guess I could try running away from battles more in this time, because I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going anyway, and the random battles in this area especially are awful, even if you do know where you're going. But, I don't know, free experience, that's not really going to be relevant, because I'm probably not going to make it anywhere where being a higher level would actually help me. I don't think I remember all of these areas being a thing, so maybe some of these places I'm supposed to go to. I can't even figure out how people can manage to do casual playthroughs of this game. I'm not even a third of the way through. Okay, yeah, I don't remember this place, so maybe I'll be able to find something out here. Well, at least there's different enemies. I don't know if these enemies are awful. Yeah, these enemies don't seem nearly as awful as the other ones. Maybe they are, but I haven't seen that yet, so I can pretend it's okay. Okay, yeah, there's... Oh wait, I can go this way. There was no arrow indicating that that led anywhere. It hits 3 things, but it doesn't do that much damage, so it's not that bad. Maybe I should be attacking the enemy without the barrier, but whatever. This thing's gotta be almost dead. Well, clearly it isn't. This thing's gotta be almost dead. There we go. Oh, the other one is a barrier too. Great. I could use magic as an axe, but... I mean, Barrett couldn't because he's an idiot, but... it's fine. Okay, well, this is some kind of cutscene, so it feels like I've made some progress here. I don't know how I would know that this is where I was supposed to go, but I guess you are just kind of expected to wander a lot in this game to find where you're supposed to go. I mean, there are a lot of games like that, to be fair, but maybe in this game I just notice it more because it's a much less enjoyable game. Good sound effects. Wait, what kind of logic is that? Okay, well, okay. At least he gets full health for this, but he's not equipped to be fighting anybody. I think he's probably only in my party at this point because he has to be. Since I don't see why the hell else I would ever use him. Probably gonna need some items for this because he doesn't even have any magic attacks. And he's taking a lot of damage. And not dealing a lot of damage. And I don't think I've saved it all this stream. Well, he just did 2 attacks in a row. You know what? Yeah, that's good enough. I don't need 10 hours of gameplay to decide that this game isn't worth continuing. Let's just end it here and not ever have to play this game again.